So yesterday I was asked the question, if you knew you couldn't fail, what career would you choose? And the whole time I was thinking, like, that's a stupid question. It's the dumbest question I've ever heard in my entire life. How do I phrase this? You only are given one life. You only have one life. You're only here for one of them, right? If you knew that failure wasn't an option, what career would you choose? Is stupid because you have the choice to make failure not an option. You know what I mean? If you're going after a career because success is guaranteed, rather than following a dream because there's a chance of failure, you're letting yourself down. You're letting present you down. You're letting future you down. You're letting yourself down. Like, you have this life, right? And you're given the opportunity to follow a career. You have dreams, you have aspirations, you have goals. Why not follow them because there's a chance of failure? I don't think, if you want, for example, I want to be an astronaut. I'm going to be an astronaut. And people always call me crazy for it, or wow, that's so impressive, how are you doing it, blah, blah, blah. And my mindset is, it's going to happen no matter what. There isn't room for failure. There may be bumps in the road, there may be setbacks, there may be definition failures that set me back and make me have doubt, moments of doubt, and there will be these moments where I have these setbacks and these moments where I don't feel confident in this path or in this journey, but I remember what I want. And my dreams, my aspirations, and my goals. My dream and my goal and what my soul yearns for is to be an astronaut. That's my calling, and I'm grateful to know what I want to do with my life at such a young age. And I'm going to chase it knowing that there's potential for failure. But a failure is just a closed door. There's always going to be another one opening. You know what I mean? There's never failure. Failure is never the end of the road. Failure is always a new beginning. So there will never be failure. You can never fail at chasing a dream. You can never fail. There is no failure when chasing a dream because you're feeding your soul. That's what you're doing when you're chasing a dream. There is no failure in that. And I think being asked the question, if failure wasn't an option, what career would you choose? It breaks my heart when people who are going to school to be dentists say singers. And people who are going to school to be teachers say philosophers. Why not do that? Why not chase that goal? Why not have that dream? Why not choose that career? Like I said before, choosing a path, career regardless, anything in your life, choosing something because you know it guarantees success rather than choosing something that makes you feel good, but there's a chance for failure, you're letting yourself down. There's no room for growth there. There's no room for happiness there. You can be content, sure, but you will always think about forever and ever and ever, you will always think about the what if. At least give it a shot. You want to be a marine biologist, right? And it's a hard career field to get into. It's competitive. and it costs a lot of money and you just don't know if you're going to get there, so you settle. You say, okay, I'm going to be a teacher. My parents were teachers. I can do that. It's guaranteed. It's a guaranteed path, right? You will always think about, wait, maybe what would have happened if I tried to be a marine biologist? Or try to do this, or try to apply to that school, or try to talk to that person, or text this girl, or you know what I mean? Choosing a path of guaranteed success is choosing a life where you're constantly wondering. You will be stuck at a plateau with no growth. You will be stuck at a plateau wondering what could have been. And that doesn't seem fulfilling. I mean, the one reason we're put here on this earth is to experience. That's it. That's the only reason. To experience emotion, to experience sunny days and cold weather, to experience love and laughter, and to experience stress before a test. You're here to experience holding hands. You're here to experience music. You're here to feel the water. You're here to put your feet in the dirt. Like, that's why you're here. Why settle for contentment and the lack of experience, the lack of life for guaranteed success? That isn't success. That's cheating yourself out of a life. You know what I mean? Like, I was asked this question in a group setting, and I was paired with this girl. Talk to the partner next to you. What career would you choose if you knew failure wasn't an option? And I was talking to her, and I said failure isn't an option. If you want something to happen, it will happen. Guaranteed. Now, in 5 years, and 10 years, and 2 weeks, and 30 years, and 4 days, and an hour, it will happen. If you want something, that will happen. You have to put in the work. You have to have the drive. You have to have the want, the need, the desire. But that's all you need for something to happen in your life. That's all you need to change the trajectory of your life. All you need is want, and all you need is that fire to seek something new. I am going to be an astronaut. And I say failure isn't an option because no matter how many times I have failed or may fail, I will get back up and find a new way to reach that goal. I'm not going to find a new goal. There isn't a new goal. This is like what I need to do with my life. So failure isn't an option means staying resilient and using those failures, because there will be many, as moments to learn and places to grow and like moments to laugh and be like, you know what, that didn't work, let's try something new. And it's interesting. We were going around the classroom and there were so many people saying musicians, and this one person wanted to start their own clothing brand, and we were all STEM majors. And it is heartbreaking to see people put their dreams on the back burner for somebody else, to please somebody else, or for a guaranteed success, or because they're scared, which is normal. I'm terrified. You know, like I'm human. I think about all the time, what if this doesn't work out? What if I can't reach this goal? And instead of saying, what if I can't reach this goal, you just have to ask yourself, how am I going to reach this goal? How am I going to fight for it? How am I going to get there? And every single time you have this failure, this door slammed in your face, this bump in the road, you fall on your face, ask yourself the question again. How am I going to reach this goal? How am I going to get this dream? How am I going to grab it? You have to keep asking yourself that in order to reach it. I think having a dream is the most important thing in life. Having something to live for, to work towards, is so important. And I know many people who I've asked, I'm like, oh, what do you want to be when you're older, or do you have any dreams? They say no. I'm like, well, really? Yeah, I just haven't really thought about it. What I think is people aren't asking, this might sound crazy, like their souls what they want. You know what I mean? Like, who you, deep down inside, what do you seek in this life, right? For me, it's a handful of things. I seek joy in day-to-day life. I have dreams of being an astronaut and going to space and working with NASA. That's a dream of mine. And that's something I'm working towards. And I ask people what they're working towards, and a lot of people do have dreams, and it's hard when people don't. And you kind of see somewhere deep down, they're not telling you, everybody has a dream, that they have something that they want to achieve, some goal they want to reach, and they're not talking about it. Or they don't want to say it, which is fine. But you have to chase it. There's nothing else to do than chase dreams. And even if that failure does come and you don't hit that goal and you don't grab that dream and it isn't for you physically, even if that doesn't happen, think about where you are now, the journey you took to get there, the growth you've experienced, the person you've become, the traits you've picked up, your morals, your person. Think about that and ask yourself that question. How am I going to reach this goal? And keep chasing it again. That's why I think asking the question, if you could have, if failure wasn't an option, what career would you choose? Should be a normal, how do I phrase this? The answer to that question shouldn't be any different from, well, what career are you choosing? You know what I mean? I am a very optimistic person. I feel very motivated in my life and with my dreams and with my goals and in everywhere. I feel motivated all the time to keep working and keep moving forward and keep experiencing and just taking control of every moment. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think it's important to have the mindset of failure isn't an option, and asking yourself the questions, how am I going to get there? What's next? Because for me, I have my vision boards, what I keep looking at. And I know it's dumb and it's cliche, and it's like, oh, vision boards like the TV shows. Yes, like the TV shows. It has astronauts and galaxies and nebulas and pictures of Mars and pictures of women in the Air Force, and It's things and goals I want to achieve, and I'm reminding myself daily of why I'm here and what I'm doing and how I'm disciplining myself for my future, disciplining myself for me now, and what steps I'm taking to reach these goals in life. And it's fun. Chasing a dream is fun. Chasing a dream is fulfilling. Chasing a dream feels good. And having a goal feels good. And like I said earlier, I'm human. I have days, often, I have days where I'm like, what if this doesn't work? What if I fail? Why am I doing this? This is stupid. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not trying hard enough. Why am I here? But then I ask myself, how can I reach this goal and what's next? And I do it, and I work forward, and I keep pushing forward. And it feels rewarding. It feels really rewarding seeing progress and work going in towards my dreams. And it's really fulfilling to see every step, like to see how close I'm getting after each step. I still have a hell of a long way to go, and I have a lot of failure ahead of me. I have a lot of falling on my ass ahead of me. But at some day, at some point of time, the work I'm putting in now will reach this goal because that failure isn't an option for me. It's gonna work out one way or another. So, I guess what to take away is ask yourself what your dreams are. And if you aren't chasing them, why? And start chasing your damn dreams.